Here's a vintage Westinghouse creation. I believe this is referred to as the Riviera fan. It's either 8 or 10 inches. That's what she said anyway. Oh! Yeah, anyway. Extremely durable fan, really cool design. It's not like a regular drum fan. It has these, it's like fish gills on the side. It's pretty neat. I think this is from the 50s, late 50s, something like that. Extremely durable, dense plastic. You can't find stuff like this anymore. Normally, I haven't been too impressed with some of the like 1940s and 50s kind of table fans. I just haven't really warmed up to them yet, but this one is different. This thing is awesome. Westinghouse, draws 0.9 amps. Catalog number R-1020, made in USA. 2 speeds with the rotary switch. You turn it clockwise once to get the high speed, turn it again clockwise to get the low speed, turn it clockwise one more time to shut it off. Very simple assembly, disassembly. 2 screws, and you have a nut that comes off here, slides over that, you push the switch in. There's 2 screws on the top, the motor mount, 2 more just like it on the underside, and you can push the motor forward and remove the blade with the set screw. It's down in there. You have 2 screws for the front guard. Unfortunately, after 70 years or whatever, the plastic does seem to get a little brittle. When I loosened this one, I heard a loud pop when the screw broke free, and at that time I also saw this crack appear at the same time that I heard the pop. So that's not good, but what can you do? It's a very powerful fan, moves a ton of air. You can kind of see the blade. There's a version of this, it's called the Westinghouse Mobile Air Fan, that I was originally looking out for one of those. It's basically a giant version of this. It's like an 18 or 20 inch blade. Has a similar kind of design with the main body, and it's much more like heavy duty industrial. I don't think there's any plastic to be found on those fans, but it comes on a big roll around stand, and those, I noticed the blades on those fans also have like a crazy pitch. This is basically the same sort of blade that's on the larger fans, and it really works. I mean, whatever's going on here, whether it's the blade design or these like turbine rings, things, I forget what they call those. Fan definitely moves a ton of air. I mean, it's an 8-inch fan, but it feels more like a 12-inch table fan. And the lady that I bought the fan from said she only used it as like a bedroom decoration because the plug was broken. And here's the old plug, which, as you can see, is broken. I did use this one time to test run the fan, which is probably pretty dumb, but I survived. And here is the new plug, which cost me about $3 in 5 minutes to replace. I use the same cord. Cord's still in good shape, so why not? I'll go ahead and get it plugged in. And run the fan. Here's high speed. very high volume of air movement. I mean, you can feel this across a 10-foot room easy. On the low speed too. This would be too much for like a bedside fan. I mean, it looks like it would be a good bedside fan, but it's just too much. Even on low, I think it would be too much. Low speed. Relatively quiet and calm on the low speed, but still just moves a very high volume of air. Super cool fan. Totally overbuilt. You can tilt this up also. You've got these knurled screws, tension screws. Tilt that up. I don't know. I imagine you could go all the way back with it. Big beefy motor. It's a 4-pole motor, if I remember right. Thing was completely clogged with dirt, dust, dander, hair, everything else. All the oil was all gummed up, and it still ran. When I test ran it, it still ran just like this, just like what you're seeing right now. Like no difference really. Incredible. Plugged it in, turned it on, and this is basically what I got. You just wouldn't see something like this out there today. I think these are still out there too. I think you can still find them. Be paying for them though, if it's on eBay or whatever. I got lucky with this one. We'll go back. Here's off, but we'll turn it on high again. I don't think there's a startup sound. Not really. And you'll see about the spin down. Kind of a short spin down, but those bearings are like half-inch long sleeve bearings. So in a way it makes sense that the spin down wouldn't be that long. I don't know if that's normal for these or not. I think it's pretty good though. Pretty good, pretty awesome fan. Mid or late 50s Westinghouse. Riviera fan. Highly recommend buying one of these if you can find one for a decent price, because they're still out there. Snag them up if you can, and don't resell them for $300 on eBay or $100 plus 150 shipping. Well, I don't know. Don't do that. Buy it to enjoy it, not to flip it. Or do whatever you want with it. Beat it to death with a golf club, or set it on fire, drop it out a window. You can find all kinds of things on YouTube. Thanks for watching.